Top 10 characters for the month of April 2022. This video is going to be an interesting one because we've got a lot of new game modes coming to the game, and I'm curious which of these characters are going to be in the future very important when we have new game modes like Crucible. We have a new Scourge event, and then we've also been playing Pocket Dimension and Tower mode as well. Most of the time, these videos have been focused on arena teams and characters that do well, specifically in the Doom raids, and I'm sure that is going to continue as well. I just want to give a brief shout out to everybody that came out and liked February's video. It was one of my most liked videos. Thank you very much for liking the video. And also, let's have a quick word from a sponsor. Raid Shadow Legends is taking over and gaming will never be the same. Raid is the first game to bring a true console level experience to your phone. They've been setting the bar high and there's no going back. Explore millions of champion combinations and master countless tactics as you take on raid bosses, dungeon runs, campaign battles, and PvP arena matches with hundreds of artifacts to equip and over 600 champions blessed with unique skills. You can build your team and develop your champions and raid your way. I've been playing raid for a while now, and these are some of the champions I've been using. Ursula Mourner is amazing. Clearly a closet legendary champion. Her second skill cripples enemies, attackers, and boosts your own with paired decrease attack and increase attack buffs. Her third skill revives your whole team and makes the toughest bricks with a couple of amazing defense buffs. Her only flaw is that she can't heal and she's a bit flimsy, but you can fix that enough. Truly a top-tier void epic. I also like Ithos, the king of AoE nukers. He's got two powerful AoE attacks, one that hits hard and places a weaken debuff, and one that hits even harder and always crits, even when attacking with a weak affinity matchup, or if the enemy has Poison Cloud protecting them. This is incredibly useful everywhere, but especially against the Hydra. Build this guy with crit damage and crit rate, and he'll smash anything in your way. This month is Raid's 3rd year anniversary, and the celebrations are going to be huge. While we're waiting, check this out. Raid's first ever champion skins. They look absolutely amazing, and I can't wait to get my hands on them. Just look at them. Skins let you alter a champion's appearance to something that suits your style and preference. This is the best time to get started in Raid. And if you click my link in the description or scan my QR code here on the screen, you'll get a free starter pack worth almost $40. We're talking 3 free champions at once. Misericord, Tiger Sword, Romero, plus 10 Magic XP brews, 10 Force XP brews, and 10 Spirit brews. It's huge. All this treasure for waiting for you here. It's that easy. Just click the link in the description and I'll see you in game. All right, first character on the list is Captain America Sam Wilson. I really like Captain America Sam Wilson because I feel like he works well on a lot of different teams, and he gives turn meter, he gives ability out, he has a taunting mechanic, giving defense up. He's very tanky, and he is one of the key characters on the skill team to get through the skill nodes in Doom with the Secret Avengers. Big fan of Captain America Sam Wilson. Just a lot of things in his kit that I agree with. I did find him useful inside of Dark Dimension 5 as well. I wish he had more HP. It feels like even though I've got a 7 red, 7 yellows, he still gets deleted. Boy, the game has just gone crazy with some of the content lately. Then we got to talk about Emma Frost. Now, this is, some people could debate whether or not she's still in the top 10, but I had to put her on this list just because of how much I love and use her all the time. And I remember back in the day, we used to talk about future-proof characters, and I feel bad because Mr. Sinister was one of those characters we were like, oh, Mr. Sinister, future-proof. You know, no matter what character comes out, he can just clone them. And then Kestrel came and ruined him. But Emma, I feel, has held up for a long time. And there's a couple reasons for that. One, I think, is that apply minus 10% speed to all enemies. She is useful on so many teams. There's been a speed meta with Eternals. Got a lot of use out of her with Arena, and that just feels like it's going to be something that is useful for a long time. And then her 2 other abilities also do things that I think that are going to be useful indefinitely. Clearing negative status effects from the team and applying slow to your opponents. Very useful. Then right here, this clears all positive effects from the other side, and then it does mind control. So the stronger your opponents are, or potentially you could have strong people on your team too, can do damage. So I'm just a huge fan of Emma Frost, and I use her almost any opportunity I can. Then we've got Kestrel. Kestrel was the single best plug and play character in the game, other than, let's say, Doom and Dormammu for a long time. And largely, I don't use her as much as I used to, but I get a lot of use of her out of raids because she's one of the 2 characters in the game that has 2 tags where she is tech and skill. So I do use her in tech and skill in the Doom raids. And tech, as you know, is horrible. But I just really like playing her. When she has the defense down trick, so she applies defense down. Then on somebody else's turn, when they target somebody with defense down, she pings them. I'm just a big fan of playing around that. It's just a lot of fun. If one of your opponents hits an enemy with defense down, then she targets the most injured enemy. Typically, that's the one with defense down that you're bursting down. And it's kind of reminds me of Black Bolt a little bit. I just like those out of turn attacks. It's a lot of fun to play. Still very important character overall. Dr. Doom. Now, he was the reward from Dark Dimension 4. He also has 2 tags. He has Tech and Mystic, although I don't really use him inside of the Doom Mystic. New Warriors and Eternals have got that on lockdown. He is amazing in so many different ways, and I still probably one of the top 5 characters easily. The bots just go boom and explode. I get a ton of use out of Dr. Doom, and he was definitely a worthwhile character inside of getting out of the Dark Dimension 4. I also want to say this, that his passive, where if you knock him below 50% health and he gets ability energy and speed bar, is so tricky to play around. If you turn 1, try to burst him down, you could very quickly, he'd go into his ultimate, generate a bunch of Doom bots and explode. And not only that, he'll be giving turn meter to someone else on the team who they're going to follow up and wreck nerds. One of my favorite characters, also very tricky to play against. I see a lot of people pairing up with Dormammu inside of Alliance War, and that is a tricky match. Omega Red, he feels legendary, where a lot of legendary characters in this game do not feel legendary. Very interesting. He's got trauma with ability block. So trauma is like one of my favorite mechanics where basically it can't be cleansed. And then he also has a regular ability block right here on his ultimate, which also does a lot of damage. Now, no question, Weapon X on offense in war is the best offensive war team right now. They are bonkers good. Love playing him. And Omega Red is just a great standalone character. I use him almost every opportunity I can. Icarus. Now, Cersei's not on the list, but I just want to say that we have to talk about both of them. Icarus and Cersei are a duo. Pretty much you got to use both of them together because there's a lot of synergies between the two. But speed is king, and they have turn meter removal on their ultimates. When he's paired up with Cersei, of course, he has this really cool speed bar, 25%, and she has it as well. It is bonkers, plus he has the double attack. There's nothing more scary than him coming in AoE, destroying a bunch of people. Then if someone dies, he does it again. Bonkers! Right now, I'm going to say Cersei and Icarus are the best 2 characters in the game. And even if they get replaced in the arena by Morgan Le Fay and the Darkhold team, he's still going to be good almost everywhere. I'm using him inside of raids, very good. Using him in war, the best. I can't say enough good things about the combo of Icarus and Cersei. Jubilee. Jubilee is legendary. I did take her into Dark Dimension 5, and I feel like she was a very good choice. Also, they are used in the mutant raids inside of Doom, although sometimes that second node is kind of tricky. But I couldn't not bring up Jubilee. She's also a very good character. I mean, she has blind on a basic. That's amazing. She has the ability to spread all the negative effects off of her special if she gets a finishing blow. And her ultimate stuns and reduced speed bar. That is definitely an amazing kid. Great plug and play character as well. Ghost Spider. Okay. A couple reasons why Ghost Spider make this list. First one is that they are very important in bio inside of Doom raids. Probably one of the few nodes that I can just auto with Web Warriors. But also, unlocking Morgan Le Fay is going and doing well on the leaderboards is going to be highly dependent on web warriors and supposedly dark hunters as well. We will have to see how important they are, but I suspect they are going to be very, very important. And then also, I did get a lot of good use out of her inside of Dark Dimension 5. Lastly on the list, we had to mention Dormammu, who is the reward for clearing Dark Dimension 5. I'm hoping to have him unlocked in the next week or two. Very incredible character, mostly because he revives the team, which is super annoying to play against, where the revive mechanic in this game is really frustrating. Let's say you have a whole bunch of negative effects, like a character is stunned and healed, right? And you kill them, and they revive, and they have turn meter, and guess what? They have no negative effects. Well, and that's the trick with this Dormammu team, is that sometimes you need to ability block a character and let them take a turn. But if they die, then they don't have the ability block, and then they go off. We're talking about like, Doom or Magneto, and pairing up those type of characters with Dormammu where, goofy things happen where they actually eventually take a turn, or like with Doom, when he actually gets the turn meter, it makes a very frustrating match. Have a lot of fun playing against Dormammu. And then lastly, I want to mention the first Horseman who is coming to the game. She's the legendary Morgan Le Fay. My testing on her has suggested that this Darkhold team is going to be dominant in not only the arena, but also war, and they're going to do very well. Looking forward to see how effective she is at lower stars. That remains to be seen. I'm sure there's a lot of other characters could have mentioned on the list. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, thanks for watching. Keep on gaming.